Hey everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. My name is Taylor and I work for Nationwide Property Liquidators. Today is going to be the first video of our mini series just about the investment world, real estate investing in general. And today we have Dan with Longhorn. How's it going, buddy?
Going well. How are you?
Awesome, I'm doing pretty good. I had coffee this morning, so it should be a good day. Yeah.
Right on.
So if you want to just go ahead and give me, I guess, a quick rundown of what exactly is Longhorn Investments.
Yeah, absolutely. So Longhorn Investments is a Texas-based hard money lender. We started lending in Chattanooga about 3 years ago, and just quickly became the dominant hard money lender in the space due to the service that we provide, which usually goes above and beyond what a lot of the national guys are doing. And our model is so aggressive that we could even fund up to 100% of your deal, which no one else is really doing unless you're paying, 20% interest to a private lender or something like that. So we're really competitive in the space. Our bread and butter is just going to be a 1 to 4 unit fix and flip loan. That's pretty much it. We have one thing and we do it really well.
Mhm. Yep, just the basic investment deals. Okay, so could you just go ahead for people who don't know, explain what exactly is hard money lending?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's going to be, hard money lending and then bank financing. You're going to be your two main sources of financing deals, and of course, private lenders too. But hard money lending is basically it's sort of like a bank loan, only it's a little bit higher interest, and then we can close really fast with very minimal documentation compared to a bank that's going to take a month. It's going to require tax returns, W-2s, what's your debt to income ratio, and all this garbage, where hard money lenders just primarily look at the asset and just verify you have enough cash reserves for it to make sense. So is it a good deal? Do you have enough cash to pay the closing costs and a little bit to your contractor to buy materials? And that's pretty much all the underwriting we do. So it's really fast, really smooth to compete with cash offers in the space. Then you need a lender that can close within a week, oftentimes, and that's where hard money comes into play.
Awesome, yeah, because that's with us being working the investment side. That's one thing we do as how quickly can you close. So people like you at Longhorn definitely help out. Could you just go ahead and give me a rundown of how the process works? I'm a new investor or maybe an experienced investor, and I need hard money. What do I do?
Yeah, absolutely. So I definitely encourage brand new investors to go ahead and get pre-approved with us. It's a super easy process. We have an online application which takes about 5 minutes, and I need to look at your last 2 months bank statements, and that's pretty much it. We just verify that you have at least $15,000 in reserves, in cash reserves. It can be in your retirement account. We'll take 60% of your retirement account. Some people even have a bunch in like Bitcoin. We can even take that wherever you're getting your cash reserves from that you can use on the deal. We'll just verify you have it. And that's pretty much it. We want to see a 650 credit score as a minimum. But I mean, that's all the underwriting we do. And then we'll get you a proof of funds letter so you can give that to real estate agents when you go, start making offers. So that's a great way to get started and just be on my radar as a pre-approved investor, so that if I come across anything good, since I'm doing deals myself and I know all the wholesalers, oftentimes I'll even send a deal out to a lot of my pre-approved borrowers that I know are hungry for a deal. So that's definitely the best first step.
Awesome. Okay. Now tell me a little about yourself. Like everybody in Chattanooga knows you. They know you like you're as being like a great lender. But how did you get started in the investment world?
Yeah, that's a great question. Kind of an interesting background, actually. I used to be a ship captain. And in 2015, I was working in oil and gas in the Gulf of Mexico, and oil went from like $120 down to about $30 a barrel. So all the companies all at the same time lost their drilling contracts. And so my big employer, Transocean, basically I was just a number for them, and they sent me home. And there were no other jobs out there in the industry. So I had a mortgage, that I could barely pay anymore. I had a little in savings, but not a ton, and no other skills other than what was extremely specialized. As a dynamic positioning operator on a drill ship, basically translates to nothing land based. So I, at the time, was kind of obsessed with Flipper Flop and watching a lot of HGTV, and I thought
Oh
to myself, you
Lord,
know
not
what,
the
I could
HGTV.
probably do this. Yeah, it's a lot of it's a lot of fluff, and but luckily for me, I was able to just go out and find a decent deal at that time right off the MLS, and I flipped this house using most of my own labor, just learned on YouTube. Before this, I couldn't swing a hammer, but I just YouTubed everything. How do you do this, that? So I basically did $100,000 full gut remodel by myself, made about $40,000 on that flip. And I was like, man, this is going to be my future. This is the jam. So I dove all in. I subscribed to Bigger Pockets. I was going to all these seminars and networking and reading every single book possible. And I just dove all in. And here we are 4 years later. And it's just been such a blessing.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you decided to pivot and jump right into real estate, because look where you are now. You're here. We get to work together. So that's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Couldn't have it any other way.
Yeah. So I think you actually funded one of David's deals. Was it a rental or?
Yep, we've definitely funded deals for David before, for sure.
Okay. Does Longhorn currently do rentals right now, long-term rental deals?
So we don't really have any long-term products. We tried to roll one out at one point because everybody else was doing it.
Mhm.
And to be honest with you, our processing team is so good at one thing, and just rolling this conveyor belt of hard money loans. And then we just threw a wrench into it when we were trying to do these 30-year fixed loans. Everybody else has already. So we just said, you know what? Let's not waste our time with this. Let's just be the best at this one thing.
Yes, yes. I think in real estate, one of the quickest ways to become unsuccessful is to not stay focused. Everybody wants to do 10 different things, but you kind of have to get a feel for one thing and be the best at that before you try to do something else, and just stick with that one thing. So
Yes,
that makes
exactly.
perfect sense. Yeah. So one thing I appreciate about you, you have really good rapport in Chattanooga. A lot of people appreciate your business. I haven't heard anything bad about you, and I always love to recommend you. So if somebody's watching, or if I want to refer you, how do they contact you? What do they need to do?
Sure. So a lot of people will just friend me on Facebook and reach out on Facebook Messenger. I actually probably get more people contacting me through that medium now than anything else,
Yeah.
since I am so active on Facebook. You can also text or call me anytime on my cell phone,
Okay.
which I'll just give it now if someone's got a pen and paper handy. It's 207-730-2319.
Mhm.
That is a Maine number. I grew up in Maine, had the same number for 18 years, just never changed it.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
absolutely. And then my email address is also another way to get in touch. It's dbeaulieu at longhorninvestments.com.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. I wish you amazing success in 2021. You survived 2020, so I'm sure you'll be fine this year. So yeah, I guess I'll talk to you soon. Right now, we got to go get some more investment deals.
Thank you for having me, Taylor. God bless you.
Awesome.
David, thank you so much.
See ya.
Take care.